Hey guys, Josh here, owner of Josh and the Shell. Yes, the YouTube channel that we're on. This is a terrible take, but I'm gonna go with it. And if I have to take another take, we'll do that. Hi, Josh here. Welcome to a brand new series that we're trying out on this channel. We're going to be giving you a little bit of assistance, help, tips, whatever you want to call it, with becoming more social, gaining confidence, gaining charisma, things like that. In this first episode, we're going to be talking about one of the things that people bring up pretty much every time they talk about improving their social skills, and that's confidence. So, how do you gain confidence? Well, there are a lot of really intricate, very deep and philosophical ways you can gain self-esteem. You can do introspection. There's so many things that we can go over, but instead of going into all of that and just rushing it forward, because a lot of you, I'm sure, like me, struggled with confidence at first and found all these different ways to learn more about yourself, feel better about yourself, do this, do that, and it's just, you need something easy to start with. So today, we're not gonna delve into any of the deeper subjects of gaining confidence. That will come in a later video for sure. But today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about two very easy things that you can do right now to start gaining confidence immediately. All right, so our first trick, this is something that you've heard a million times, and guess what? You're gonna hear it a million more because it is very, very important. I think we tend to set this idea aside because it seems so simple and we don't really understand why it's so important. What am I talking about? Well, something that I'm doing right now. I'm standing up straight with my shoulders back. So, why is this helpful? Well, for a lot of different reasons. The more obvious ones are people appreciate when others have good posture. You often will see the more charismatic, the more confident, the more dominant even people are, they'll have their back straighter, they'll have better posture. But that's just what you see. What happens when you stand up straight? Well, there are even studies that show that you can regulate your anxiety and your depression by improving your posture and nothing else. All you have to do is improve your posture and you improve anxiety, depression, you improve digestion. Straight posture is linked to certain hormonal responses in the body, and to not get too deep into it, essentially, having good posture is a sign of health and it's a sign of confidence. So not only can you see confidence in other people, you will actually start to feel more confident just by standing up straight with your shoulders back. You are signaling your body in ways that tell it to be more confident. You're telling your body it's okay. So, what do we want to do? How can we stand up straight? Because I know a lot of you are like me and you were slouching for so long that anytime you try to stand up straight, it hurts a little bit. Well, I'm here to tell you that your body likes feeling good. So fortunately, that feeling goes away very quickly. But what do we want to do to start out, to not be too painful, to not be too hard on ourselves? Well, something that I do every morning, and yes, I still do this, even with my good posture, even with my confidence, every day I do a simple exercise. So what I do is I just raise my shoulders up, shove them back as far as I can, and then I drop them. That's all you need to do. You need to feel the shoulders going back and you drop them. Why? Well, your shoulder muscles and the way the bones are structured is actually going to pull your posture into a more correct position. So it's a very easy way to remind yourself every morning of what good posture feels like, and then through the rest of the day, all you have to do is pay attention. If you feel like you're slouching a little bit, just straighten up, and that's it. After the first few days, you'll find that it'll actually hurt more to slouch than to stand up straight. So that's one really easy way that, again, you've heard before, probably a lot if you slouch, that you should stand up straight. Well, these are really, really good reasons to stand up straight. The other good reason is, I told you there would be two things that we're talking about. So standing up straight, good posture is one, what's the other? Well, fortunately, you're already doing it if you've started to stand up straight. So what I want you to do, really quick right now, I would like you to, without pushing your shoulders forward, keep your shoulders back and relaxed. Cross your arms. So when I try to cross my arms like that, it's weird, it doesn't work. You have to push your shoulders forward to properly cross your arms. Why is that helpful? Well, because step 2 is opening up your body language. Now, every now and again, I'm sure you've noticed in the video, I will sometimes bring my hands together. I will hold them in a certain place, but I will usually continue moving my hands, illustrating my point, and kind of talking with my body as much as I am with my voice. Now, you don't have to be that illustrative with your hand movements. What you need is to just avoid this. You need to avoid this, unless you are, of course, a Greek sculpture, in which case, good on you. Now, what I mean by opening up your body language is avoid slouching, that's one good way. Avoid crossing your arms, that's another good way. Avoid holding your own hand, because think about it. When you're crossing your arms, what are you doing? Well, you're giving yourself a hug. So this is a very comforting thing. Plus, like I said, if you're doing arms folded like this, well, that's pushing your shoulders forward, and we don't want that. It also says to other people, for example, and I'm recording my audio with my phone right now, if I have my phone out like this in front of me at all times, well, I'm putting a barrier between myself and someone else. We can talk more about barriers and things like that in a future video, but what you want to do is, in general, don't close yourself off from other people. Keep your hands at your side, maybe talk with them a little bit. If your hands do come together, leave it as part of a movement. So I'll have my hands come together to illustrate something, and then I'll talk more like this, or I'll have one hand up and one hand down. Another bad habit that closes off your body language is putting your hands in your pockets. Now, for various reasons, hands in the pockets can be untrustworthy. It can show that you're not comfortable, and maybe you're not. Maybe you're not comfortable, but you do want to show to other people. If you want to be more social, you need to show other people that you also are willing to talk to them. So if you're putting your hands in your pockets, if you're holding your hands, and yes, it's literally holding your own hand. That is what you are doing. It's a comfort thing. This is a comfort thing. This is a comfort thing. And it not only throws off your body posture to do that, it closes you off to other people, and they'll be less likely to want to talk to you. Now, the best defense against having this kind of social anxiety and things like that is to, and it's gonna sound a little bit weird, but to make yourself vulnerable, to open up. That's what you're doing. You're opening up. You're saying, I trust you, or at the very least, I trust myself in this situation. And that's really what confidence is. Confidence is not being completely comfortable everywhere you go. Confidence is not being happy all the time. Confidence is not any of the things that people tend to say confidence is. Confidence is nothing more than being in control with your own body. But just to recap, that was a little bit heavy, but let's think about what we just talked about. Stand up straight with your shoulders back and open up your body language. Those are two very easy things. And for both of those, for the most part, all you have to do is, if your arms are crossed, just uncross them. Work your way into getting out of the habit of doing these things. That's all you need to do. It's really not that difficult. It might take a little bit of time, but they're very, very easy. And I think you'll be surprised at how effective they are. Thank you so much for joining us for this video. I hope to make far more in the future. These are some of the few videos that I'll be able to film on camera. I do have a little bit of limited capability with that, but stick around. We'll have a lot more comedy, a lot more of these videos, and a lot more fun. Take it easy.